Bayeti,
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 Bayeti Nkosi, Bayeti, King of Kings, Bayeti, Bayeti Nkosi, Bayeti Nkosi is King of Kings.
Who
can match your greatness?
Who
can know your power? Who can search your riches? Who can deny you a crown, Lord of all?
Thank you, and welcome to another edition of Fishmonger Stories. My name is George, but I go by the name of Fishmonger Stories. Today, I have a story from South Africa for you. The story is entitled Ubuntu. But before I tell you this story from South Africa, I have 4 itty-bitty African riddles to see if you are as smart as an African child, and then we get into a story. Are you ready for some riddles? Riddle number one. Riddle number one comes from Kenya. The capital city of Kenya is Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, did you know that Nairobi city is the only capital city in the whole world that's built inside a national park? Yes. Residents of Nairobi sometimes wake up and see a giraffe, a gazelle in their backyard. Yes, Nairobi, the only city in the world that's built inside a national park. Riddle number one from Kenya. What is as big as an elephant but has no weight? It is as big as an elephant but absolutely has no weight. I want you to think like a child from Kenya. I want you to think like a Rendile. I want you to think like a Mswahili child. What is as big as an elephant but absolutely has no weight? The answer is the shadow of an elephant. Yes. The shadow of an elephant is as big as an elephant but absolutely has no weight. Riddle number two comes from Seychelles, one of those many islands in the African Indian Ocean. From Seychelles, the capital of Seychelles is Victoria. Did you know that Seychelles is one of those highest GDP countries in Africa? Yes, a very rich economy. The riddle from Seychelles is this: the more I take, the more I leave behind. The more I take, the more I leave behind. The more I take, the more I leave behind. What is the answer? The more I take, the more I leave behind. Yes! Think like a child from Seychelles. The more I take, the more I leave behind. And the answer is footsteps. Yes, the more footsteps you take, the more footsteps you leave behind. Rule number three, also from Mauritius, one of those islands too in the Indian eastern coast of Africa. Mauritius. Oh, are you ready for this riddle? Riddle from Mauritius is this: what goes up and down without moving? goes up and down without moving. Riddle from Mauritius, ladies and gentlemen, what goes up and down? Yes, Mauritius is also one of those highest income economies in Africa. Yes, those islands enjoy a strong and what goes up and down without moving? Lots of answers, lots of choices. Goes up and down, down without moving. If you said the ladder, yes, you are correct. If you said the temperature goes up and down without moving, yes. If you said the voice
goes up and down without moving.
Yes. Rule number four, also from Comoros Island in Africa. The capital city of Comoros Island in Africa is Moroni. I want you to think like a Moroni child. He has married many, many women, but he himself has never been married. He has married many, many women, but he himself, he has never been married. I want you to think like a child from Comoros Island. He has married many, many women, but he himself has never been married. What is the answer? He has married many, many women, but he himself, he has never been married. What is the answer? The answer is a Catholic priest. Yes, a Catholic priest has married many, many women, but he himself has never been married. Are you ready for a story? Can I tell you a story? My story today comes from South Africa, and the title of my story is called Ubuntu. Hadithi hadithi!
Hadithi njoo!
Hadithi hadithi!
Hadithi njoo!
Paukwa!
Pakawa!
Sahani!
Ya mchele!
Giza!
Ya mwizi!
Kiboko!
Ya mtoto mkorofi! Auta!
Can I tell you a story?
Get on with this! Get on with this! Opi uyade! Lukama! Opi uyade! Lukama!
Ubuntu is a Zulu word which means I am because you are. I am because you are. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Nikwaramogi, once upon a time, Apo Zamani Zakale, John Gilala. Oh, there was a king deep in the jungles of Africa. This king was so strong and powerful. This king exuded nothing but strength and power. This king was so strong and powerful, everybody feared the king because he exuded nothing but strength and power. Oh, this king, he was so strong and exuded so much power and strength that behind the palace, he had a large pond where he kept crocodiles as a pet. Oh, the crocodiles were so intimidating that nobody dared say no to a king unless you want to end up as a snack for the king's crocodile. Nobody in that kingdom ever said no to the king. Everything that the king wanted, everybody said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how strong the king was. Are you ready for the story? Can I tell you a story? Ladies and gentlemen, the king was so strong that if the king said jump, everybody jumped. The king was so strong that if the king said laugh, everybody laughed. The king was so strong strong. The king said, everybody cried. Everybody cried. The king was so strong. Everybody said, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. If the king wanted to go for a ride on a horse, you said, yes, sir. I can't hear you. I want you to say, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Louder. If
Yes,
the king
sir.
wanted to go for a ride on a horse, you said, yes,
Yes,
sir. If the king wanted to go for a swim in a river, you said, yes, sir. If the king wanted to increase the taxes, you said, yes, sir. If the king wanted you to sing songs of praise unto the king, you said, yes, sir. If the king encroached upon your land, you said, yes, sir. If the king wanted the names of all the buildings in the land to be named after him, you said, yes, sir. Are you ready for a story? Can I tell you a story? The king was so strong, nobody had the audacity to say no to him. Rumor has it that one man said no to him, and that man, he disappeared and never to be spoken about ever. One day, the king woke up and he called everybody in the kingdom to come to his palace because the king had a problem and he needed a solution. And he called everybody and said, come to my palace. And the people were summoned. They blew the horn. And everybody came to the palace. And the king said, I have a problem. I cannot sleep at night. Am I the only one who has this problem? And everybody said, yes, sir, yes, sir. I have a problem. I cannot sleep at night because of this. Too many frogs in the kingdom. Too many frogs in the kingdom, said the king. All over the kingdom. From now on, I'm giving a decree. Get rid of all these frogs. And everybody said, yes, sir. Everybody said what?
Yes, sir.
Everybody said what?
Yes, sir.
Except for one woman at the back who said,
Your Majesty, everything is connected.
and everybody looked at the back to see who said anything other than yes, sir. Oh, came this woman wearing a large sisal hat, a flowing floral dress. Her name was Mama TAIFA, which means Mother of the Nation. Mama TAIFA, she did not have any children of her own. Mama TAIFA, she raised all these orphans from different villages. She brought them to her home. And she had a farm where she grew all sorts of fruits and vegetables. Had some chickens, sheep and goats and cows to milk and provide food for these orphans in her orphanage. They called her Mama TAIFA, which means Mother of the Nation. As she came forward, everybody was in shock and awe and said, oh, this is the end of Mama TAIFA. This is the end of the Mother of the Nation. She came to the front and looked at the king and said,
Your Majesty, everything is connected.
Mama TAIFA said, and everybody gasped and held their breath. What? Said the king.
Your Majesty,
Said Mama TAIFA.
everything is connected.
What?
Said the king.
You're very lucky
Said the king.
that you are raising these orphans. I gave a decree, and you telling me everything is connected? Go and connect with those orphans, or else you will connect with my fist.
Said the king. And the crowd dispersed. That day, Mama Taifa survived. Everybody scrambled as they went back and forth and to get rid of all the frogs in the whole kingdom. They went and got rid of all the frogs in the entire kingdom. All the frogs in the entire kingdom. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you should have seen how peaceful the king slept. A week passed. 2 weeks. Week 3. Week 4. The king was woken up from his peaceful slumber by these things that kept on biting him. The mosquitoes woke the king up from his slumber. The mosquitoes were coming in and biting the king in the palace. All over, the mosquitoes were dancing. They're taken over the palace, biting the king left and right. Mosquitoes biting the king left and right, dancing all over the palace and biting the king. Mosquitoes had taken over and they were dancing all over the palace, biting the king. And the king could not sleep with all these mosquitoes biting him back and forth. And the king, he woke up and he demanded everybody to come to the palace. And he said, blow the horn. And they blew the horn and everybody came rushing. And the king said, I have a problem. I cannot sleep. Too many mosquitoes in this kingdom. Can you hear me? And everybody said, yes, sir. Too many mosquitoes in this kingdom. Can you hear me? And everybody said, yes, sir. Too many mosquitoes in this kingdom. I'm giving a decree. I want everybody out there to go and get rid of all the mosquitoes in the kingdom. And everybody said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they were starting to scramble, except for the woman at the back. Your Majesty, everything is connected, said the woman at the back. Everybody looked again. It was Mama Taifa, the mother of the nation. She came walking to the front with a large sisal hat that covered her face and a flowing floral dress and said,
Your Majesty, everything is connected.
Everything is connected, Your Majesty. It took a second time. The third time, the crowd got it. Everything is connected. The fourth time, she repeated it. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Everything is connected, she said. The fifth time, the king got it. Everything is connected. You get rid of the frogs, There is nothing to eat the mosquitoes. We have too many mosquitoes. Everything has its balance. Everything is connected. We are all connected. What you do now, what you did yesterday affects everything in the balance, in the ecosystem. In the words of Desmond Tutu, if I diminish you, I diminish myself. Everything is connected. There's an African saying that says, a mosquito may be small, but it will keep you awake all night. Everything is connected. If you cross a river in a crowd, chances are the crocodile will not bite you. A bundle of stick is difficult to break. Everything is connected. The motto of Kenya is Harambe, which means pull together. Harambe! And you say Harambe. Harambe! 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 Which means we pull together in the spirit of Harambe. We pull together. We pull together in the spirit of Harambe. Everything is connected. Ubuntu. I am because you are. You are because I am. Everything is connected. Your life matters. Our lives matter. So when your brother is screaming, my life matter, stop, pause, help your brother. There's a reason why your brother is screaming, my life matters. Pause, think, help your brother. Thank you for another session of Fishmonger Stories. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and share these stories. Hadithi hadithi!
Hadithi njoo!
Hadithi hadithi!
Hadithi njoo!
Paukwa!
Pakawa!
Sahani!
Ya mchele!
Giza!
Ya mwizi!
Kiboko!
Ya mtoto mkorofi! Outa!
Can I tell you a story?
Get on with this! Get on with this!
Hope you are